I'll wait for everyone to kind of join in. Let me open up the comments here. I'll wait for everyone to join in before we kick this off. Hopefully CV Tech comes in as well. But I just want to address a few things. So. So I'll just give it a minute. By the way, forewarning, my son is grouchy today. He's not sick or nothing, he's just grouchy, so if he wakes up here and he starts crying, my apologies. Hey, what's up, John? What's going on? Hey, bro. Hey, Reaper, what's going on? Blossom, what's going on? What's good? What's good is I'm going to address something that's annoying. That's what's good. And basically referencing what happened on CV Tech's video that I thought was kind of BS. I'm good, Reaper. I just want to clarify some things. Isaac, what's up? What's up? Last time, before I warn you guys, my son is grouchy, so if he starts wailing and crying, my apologies, because he can cry pretty loud, but he's asleep right now. But he might wake up, hearing me talking and everything like that, but that's okay, though. He's been asleep for a few hours now. Oh, just, normally when it comes to trolls, I'm pretty quiet. Sometimes I don't really pay him any mind, but I just want to clarify some things I thought was funny. I feel bad for CV Tech on what happened on his video about the Stylo 2, and that's the reason why the title of the stream is don't take mobile phones so seriously. Jeff, what's up? Eric, hey, what's going on? I think people are very sensitive about their phones. Your video uploaded was a little messed up. I still I don't know what happened with the upload on that. It was all of a sudden I started seeing the actual picture in the video glitch. That happened a few times. I didn't watch CV Tech's vid. What happened? Nah, just the usual troll stuff. But I just thought it was funny because one of the comments, hey, what's up, Bruce? All about Android. What's up? Particular person decided to post a comment something about CV Tech and Dragonic Warfare and myself. We supposedly copy off each other or something like that. TJ, what's up? I thought that was kind of funny, but what can you do when you have 3 people that review Boost mobile phones? What can you do? And really, what spawned that whole comment was the fact that RJ put up a video about the Stylo 2's issues, and that's why I'm saying don't take mobile phones so seriously. It's some people get upset when they find a video where someone is talking about certain bad features about a phone, and they take it so personal, it's a personal attack onto them, so they want to go and just spread all this negative energy. Brian, what's up? Haters will hate, to hell with them. Of course they will, But, sometimes it's best to ignore it, and sometimes it's best to address it. And in this situation, I'm going to address it because the name rings a bell. So, the person who commented. And, it's absolutely crazy that, for one, to just get all butthurt just because multiple people are posting videos letting other people know that if you update your Stylo 2 to 7.0, it could potentially damage your device because the update isn't all that great. Not that good, and Virgin Mobile is better. Either way you look at it, yeah. As far as the update, these things happen. The Stylo 2 is not the first device to take an Android update that sort of messed up things. Is that one of the reasons you're branching away from Boost? No, I'm not branching away from Boost. I'm still going to use Boost Mobile. It's just I want to review more devices. I want to get my hands on different ones and play around with them, Android devices, beyond a hobby for me. Miss Morales, what's up? What's up? It's great to have a few different people give their take on a company Who is Dragonic Warfare? Never heard of him. He's a guy that actually works at Boost Mobile. Just check out his channel. It's Dragonic Warfare all together, like one word. And he reviews a lot of Boost Mobile phones because he works there. So that's where a lot of people, you know, including myself, we sometimes get our inside information from about Boost Mobiles through him. Usually he makes the videos first, like, you know, Easy Pay. He was the one that brought it out. But of course he's going to know before a lot of people because he works there. Go check him out, Magic. He has some good videos. Yeah, he does. I love Virgin Mobile, and I love my LG Stella too. Haven't had too many issues with it. Nice. He reviews Boost Mobile phones and works for them. Yes, exactly, Chad. You know, it's just like, you know, when you have all these negative comments, it's not so much of the fact that they bother me. It starts to irk me when they bother people that I connect with here on YouTube. You know, all of you guys, you know, I see what you guys do for not just, you know, only me, but, you know, for everyone else, like, you know, Paul Tech and RJ from CV Tech and just everyone else that, you know, we're all kind of grouped in on. And I see what you guys do, and it's cool that, you know, some of you guys feel like you guys want to stand up and say something back to these trolls that post things, but it's like, it's not worth it, you know? I can say this much, though. Like I said, if you have 3 people reviewing the same device, that's not copying. When you have 3 people telling a certain issue that's happening, you know, that's not copying. Mind you, the fact that I thought was funny in the comment was that person stated that they don't care for Wi-Fi hotspot, so it doesn't bother them. And that's also another thing too, is like when you have these people that get, you know, pissed off because of what a reviewer's saying, they go on the whole ball about it, and they're like, well, I don't need Wi-Fi hotspot, so I don't care. But the way you use your Android smartphone is not how everyone else uses it. So take into consideration, there are millions out there that they use their phones about a million different ways. Now, people don't think sometimes before they speak. And I think that's really what it is that kind of annoys me. It's like, don't jump the gun and start saying things and you only account for one person. And your opinion, your one opinion, does not account for the millions out there. What's a phone coming this year that you would like to get your hands on and review? Well, on the Boost Mobile side, I'm still gunning for the HTC Bolt. That's one that I want to get. For non-Boost devices, if I had the money, the S8, I would really love to get my hands on that and play with it, but I can't afford those kind of things. I will say at times, though, with YouTube videos, when I get notifications, I go and click on the notifications and go check out a YouTube video. And then I get error 505, but the video still plays. Wow, it's kind of crazy. Have you guys noticed that YouTube has just really, really been bad lately? Like, even just playing videos, like you click a video to play, and it's just freaking, that whole buffering circle just keeps going and going and going, and you have to, like, back out the video, and then click the video again, and then it starts playing. Have you guys noticed that? It's cool, Tito. How we share many subscribers, and I feel like I'm the cool kid in here. John, you crazy sometimes. You know, I mean, yeah, just people open their mouth way too fast, and sometimes, you know, I just want to challenge the trolls and just be like, you know, if you can do it better, please do so. And like, really, that's really what it is. Like, with all these trolls that come on and say, you know, hateful things or whatever. Like, to me, you can make fun of me all you want. I got a sense of humor. I love that stuff. I mean, shoot, I do, you know, I try to get people to freaking roast me if they want to. Yeah, I've had that buffering on YouTube. Super annoying. Yeah, it is. Hashtag Courage needs screen time. She's with my daughter right now. My daughter likes to kidnap her while she's sleeping, so she's over there watching Star Wars, Clone Wars on Netflix. But, yeah, I like to challenge trolls, like, you know, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come and see this, and they're going to thumbs down it. Whatever. Thumbs down it. It doesn't, you know, people can't really take this stuff seriously because these are things said that will never be said to your face. You know, that's one thing, and that's why it's funny in a way, because it's like, on an average day, they won't say it to your face. Maybe some will. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every one of them is like that, keyboard warriors and whatnot. You know, there's some trolls out there that's got some balls that will come and say it to you. But what are the chances of them doing that? hack your build-up prop. Trolls are... no, they're bored. They're bored out of their mind. They have nothing absolutely to do, because if they did, they wouldn't be watching my oh so bad videos. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I challenge trolls to do what I do. Do it, you know? Grab a camera phone or grab a camera if you have one and freaking make a video and do a review about it. But also too, like, don't start some drama or beef with the reviewer on YouTube who, you know, just because they said one negative thing about a phone that you own, it doesn't mean that you're a negative person. Like, don't take that stuff so seriously. There are people that are just way, way, way too serious with smartphones. I also done a 60-minute video on starting YouTube, my experience, but I deleted it because it's weird to give people advice when I only... No, it's not weird. Reaper, come on, man. It's not weird to give advice. The subscriber count don't mean nothing. Doesn't mean anything, man. If you got some good advice that you feel is good advice, put it out there. Because someone is gonna listen and watch, and someone is going to appreciate the insight you're giving. Dude, I only got 6,000 subscribers. I ain't nothing on the pole of YouTube. Think about it. All those other YouTubers out there that do the same video, how to start your own YouTube channel, and you look at them and they got like 1 million plus subscribers, and I only got 6,000, man. Don't worry about the subscriber count. If you got some knowledge that you want to drop for everyone else, do it. What's up, Dom? Techinator in the house. I'm a developer for Android phones. I'm famous for my game ROM. You should review my OS. I have it for some devices. I haven't rooted any of the newer phones, and that's just because lockdown bootloaders, you know, nearly impossible to freaking bump a custom recovery on most of the devices that I have. It's just, I don't have the time to fight with it. So, but if you have any, you know, I guess hit me up on like Hangouts, and I'll message you back what devices I have. And if you have a ROM for one of my devices that's already rooted, I'm still trying to challenge people to freaking get Marshmallow on the Sharp Aquos Crystal, because I have that phone rooted, custom recovery, but there's no ROMs to flash on it. Abington Bronx, what's up, Tito? What's up, man? I ignore naysayers, the negative trolls, negative comments, because they're just little kids and preteens that have nothing better to do. But there are some that's adults. I've had on my very first original channel that I killed off, I had a guy that was 45 years old that just wanted to test wits with me like every time I uploaded a video. Now I told that guy he needs to get married, because if you spend every day waiting for my video to come up so you can say something stupid to me, you don't have a life. 18 years old today. Yeah, I know. Happy birthday, man. Did you get my message on Facebook that I posted? Everybody, it's Techinator's birthday. I want to review a few more games and apps, but those videos always bomb as far as views. It just has to reach out more, John. You know, there is a market for people that want to just solely focus on like game reviews and app reviews, man. Don't give up on it. Just push it. Join the unlocked no contract team. Has such limited phone selections. Yeah, well, I picked up this device today and I've been playing around with it, the Huawei Sensa, and it's a nice device. I'm loving it at this point right now. Pretty good. I love suggestions. You love suggestions. There's a market, well, for app development. There's a market of people that would really love like a way to, I guess, with radios, pair their device to their car speaker so they can listen to a phone call through the speaker of their car without using any type of adapter. I need to check FB more often. Yeah. Techinator is the shiz. Of course he is. You know, some of the stuff that I did, like for instance, if you guys see the video about the LG G Stylo and how to, you know, like talking about unlocking, what is that, adoptable storage, it was actually Techinator here that guided me through it. Like, he taught me it. In less than a week, Trump has united all the feminists. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not talking politics here, Chad. Politics is a touchy subject because everyone has their beliefs. Hey, bro, where can I get a Where's Waldo hoodie like yours? Oh, DC, bro. Skate brand, one of my favorites. Like, probably my second favorite brand of like shoes, because I have some DC shoes, but my actual favorites is Osiris. And my favorite shoe from Osiris are the D3s, and it's so hard to find those on Amazon or eBay. I would love to find a pair of D3s because they're the most comfiest shoes I've ever worn. And the ones I had were like the white and silver edition, which was like limited edition, and I grinded them up skating back in the day. So, left boost last year, picked up an Nexus 6, iPhone Xperia. Yeah, the Xperia XA or the XA Ultra. Is that going to be your daily driver? No, my daily driver is still my X Power. I love this phone. You know, I'm grabbing the HTC Bolt, but I don't even know if that's gonna be like my daily driver. Oh snap! Birthday boy, happy. Robert Angeles, hello, LOL. Yeah, man. You know, today, just I don't know, people just kind of like gotta pump brakes when it comes to smartphones. It's not a big issue to get into a war of words and get so adamant and beefed up and angry about it. There's really no reason for it. It's just a dang phone. And when you break the screen, you're probably gonna buy something else that's different. That's the thing that makes me laugh. Is like people go to war with other people because they said something negative about a phone that they have. But when they drop that phone and they break it, they don't buy the same phone. They're gonna go out and buy another Stylo 2, or they're gonna go buy a Stylo 3, or they're gonna freaking buy the HTC Bolt or something. It's like, if you're gonna bail on a phone that you're defending, then what's the point of defending it? The XA 5-inch, give it to my brother. The Sony Xperia XA Ultra, I seen that one. I showed it on my vlog yesterday. That phone's got a gorgeous screen. What's your hangouts? Well, my name on YouTube is pretty much it. So you can find me by email, and let me see if I can type my email address in. Okay, maybe not, because there's like a bunch of colors here and nothing to put up there. So but anyway, my email address is tsc.collab@gmail.com. Tito, J7 or Action 7? Oh my god, man. I played with the Action 7 the other day, and honestly, Action 7. If I factory reset my LG Stylo 2, would it fix the lag issue? It could, because if you have cache built in that's just, you know, pretty much stuck and not, you know, not being wiped out, even if you use like a cache cleaner and it doesn't work, best cache cleaner of all time is to factory reset, because it just wipes all the data out. I did. I bought the Warp 7 again. Well, you bought the Warp 7 again. Now, 2 years from now, if you drop that phone, are you going to buy the Warp 7 again? Tim, what's up, man? So that's my thing. Like, people just can't just take this phone stuff so seriously. I mean, it was so much worse back in the day when it was Android versus iOS, and you had Apple fanboys, you had Android fanboys, and just all in the forums, they were just always going at it. Yes, that's cyber gaming. That's correct. People complain about me reviewing $20 phones, saying it's cheap. Well, no shit, it's Sherlock. People sometimes need a budget phone. Yes, and all, you know, one thing too is there are a lot of parents out there that want to buy a phone for, like, say, like a 9-year-old, so they have like a phone for emergencies. And why would you want to spend $200 on a phone for like an emergency phone? You just buy a little $20 phone that they can use to make phone calls and probably play Angry Birds or Pokemon Go. Like, I totally get you, John. That's cool. People are crazy and worry about what people think. Yes, true. That is a very correct statement there, Isaac. People do care about what other people think. I mean, on a day-to-day basis on social media, everyone's trying to cover up what their life is truly like. And me, I used to do that. I'll admit it. I used to do that, and I found enlightenment to the point where I'm like, I don't care what people think about me. Like, yeah, I don't have the greatest things. I can't afford most things that I can see other people reviewing. It's like, no big deal. Ben, hey, what's up? JB, hi. Your root video for the Stylo is what first made me subscribe. I have the X Power now and I enjoy it. Nice. Thanks for subscribing. Big John, hey, what's up? Jeff. Okay. Yes. By the way, Tito, did you at least check out my Resident Evil 7 playthroughs? I haven't yet. I've actually been busy a lot this past couple of days, but tomorrow I got some downtime, and that's where I'm gonna watch everyone's videos from this past week. Usually I watch everyone's videos on the weekends, because I have the free time to do it and just sit around and grab my tablet or my Chromebook and just get to work. But I will check out your videos, man. Resident Evil 7, how's the playthrough on that? So I haven't played Resident Evil in a long time. Chad, Action 7. Yeah, Ben here. Ben, I freaking, oh my god, man, the Action 7 Mini was pretty cool. I checked it out at Best Buy. It was nice. If you're all about $600 unlocked phones, why are you on a video about low budget devices trying to swing your mighty ego around? More money, more problems. Exactly. I don't have all the money to go out there and freaking buy like very expensive phones. So I try to find things that, you know, is affordable and that works just as great or if not better. There's trolls on Google Plus complaining about how the Nintendo Switch is not as powerful as the Xbox One or PS4. There's always trolls about everything, and the problem with that is that people are mostly consumed with social media. I think they need to get out and get some exercise, get some sun, maybe some real human interactions, you know? People are too bottled up and freaking condensed to such a small space. 64 gigs versus 610 Snap 820 versus 430 2K screen versus 720. Resident Evil 7 freaked me the hell out. Go on Swappa, use phones for half the price, better than eBay. Yeah, Bloss, definitely. After playing around with the Huawei Honor 8, I'm looking for a reasonably priced Honor 8 to buy sometime this month. I want to, you know, I was playing with that phone in the store and just kind of fell in love with it. It's a pretty nice phone. I love Resident Evil 7. It's scary as F. Yeah. Where's the Moto G4 worked on Boost? Yeah, I know. That's one thing that I think is so negative about Boost is they're so tied down and so locked down. They don't even want to really open things up. They really should allow, you know, some unlocked devices that can support their bands. How do you like the Sensa? Dude, I'm freaking loving it. This has a good video on how to speed up the Honor 5X out of the box. It can have some lag issues. I haven't really experienced any lag issues yet. I pretty much like downloaded every app that I use on here. And thank you, Tim, for verifying what I was talking about. You know, because I always thought it was strange, and I kind of figured that this does have 16 gigs of onboard storage, but they don't mark it off that it has 16 gigs because the OS takes a portion of it. So they tell you the true free space on the internal storage. So thank you for verifying that. This lectures go other cheap phones. So, oh man, it's going fast. I hate dark basements. Is this sensor really the Honor 5X? It's something like it. You can pretty much call it that, you know, like, or maybe like just a little bit under a 5X, but it pretty much is like that. It's like the LG Vault 2. Like, people trip out when I call it the LG G4C. They're like, it's not a G4. Like, yeah, actually it is. You know, on Boost Mobile it's called the Vault 2, but its actual given name by LG is the G4C, which is a slightly bumped down version of the G4. Not real enjoyable. I'm moving to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas next month. That's crazy. I wish there was a way to do like a meet and greet because all you guys are cool. Like, I eventually at some point in my life want to meet every one of you guys at least one time somewhere. You know, I was like kind of messing around with my friends. I told them if I ever like actually played the lottery, because I don't play the lottery at all. But people are like, you should try your luck. Maybe you might hit the jackpot and get millions. I'm like, if I get millions, you know, all the top people that I interact with on YouTube, I'm gonna buy them tickets to go out to a meet and greet somewhere pretty cool. But you know, that's wishful thinking. That's the type of person I am. Is it okay to have any apps on your phone? Does that run the battery in the background? I'll have to get back to you on that because I'm first day with it. I'm testing out the battery right now. Oh, cool. The Sensa is a 5X. It's just a rebranded 5X. Same exact phone as... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Tim said it. I prefer Virgin Mobile. Much better service. I love... Yeah, Virgin's cool. Virgin's cool. Yeah, try and keep them apps to what you use frequently. Yeah. I don't download a bunch of things because a lot of people are on it. I only really get on my phone what I use. Like what I use every day. Which is basically Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Google+, YouTube. Pretty much it. Periscope too, because like I have friends in Hawaii that stream on Periscope, and so I get to see the beaches of Hawaii and just reminisce. I ordered a Moto G 3rd gen. Like now Sprint service has a backup phone. Cool. I heard that Moto G, the 3rd gen Moto G was like really, really cool. It was really good, you know, for what it is. But, you know, I don't think CV Tech's going to join in because I haven't seen them pop up yet. But, yeah, as far as the trolls, you know, trolls concerned, I don't know. I challenge all trolls. I say it right now. You know, you can leave all the hate remarks you want, make fun of me, it ain't going to bug me. But I challenge them to this. And that's get on YouTube and make videos better than me. Do that. Because I'd be doing the world a service. Ever hit the max data on Boost Unlimited plan? I'm working on it right now. After I was suggested to try it out to see if they actually do throttle. But like, I was told that they don't throttle you like right then and there. It's just if you go to an area where there's a bunch of people that have like Sprint and Boost Mobile and the network gets congested, you are one of the lines they are going to throttle down just to kind of relieve the stress on the network. But it doesn't mean that it's always going to slow you down. The CameraFi app is cool. Thanks for the info. Cool, Big John. Just whatever Android phone for a Boost budget. Damn. I want to see CV Tech let a little steam off. Maybe I'll message him on Instagram and see if he wants to pop in. Have you seen any pics or heard anything regarding the LG Stylo 3? There's pics. If you Google it, you'll find it. But no, I haven't heard anything else upon what they talked about in some of those articles that I read about it for its release. But it's looking good so far. And there's not talk of like, you know, multiple different versions of it. So if Boost, Metro, and Cricket get it, they all should have fingerprint readers. If that's what people want out of them. Let's go to the gram. Find CV Tech, and then I'll message him. You can put the unlocked Moto G4S on Boost now also. Don't even have to go to the store anymore. For some reason though, the Nexus devices still haven't made their BYP list. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you can put an S7 and an S7 Edge on Boost Mobile. So if you grab one from Swappa for cheap, you can put it on Boost. You get like a Sprint version. Haven't heard a peep about any phones on Cricket, which is nuts. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what Cricket's going to get. Let's go through followers. Where is CV Tech? I think this is the one that he uses. Yeah, this is it. So let me let's see. Stylo 3 had a slightly better battery, but not by much. Similar cameras, I believe, as the Stylo 2. Could be wrong. Actually, let me hit him up on Hangouts because he does have Hangouts, and hopefully he'll get the message. What you vaping on? The mod or the juice? The mod is the Sigeli 90 watt TC Spark. Then I have my my Eagle W Plus RDA on top. The juice that I use is from a company called Tomorrow Vapes out of North Carolina, and it's blueberry. The only phone I would buy from Cricket now would be the Idol 4. I'm going to messages, see if I can find CV Tech. New conversation with RJ. Where is RJ? He was active 1 week ago, it says. 18, how did you change your YouTube name? Because I'm thinking of changing my YouTube name for gaming or reviews. Actually, I changed mine through my Google Plus profile because this YouTube channel is attached to my Google Plus profile, so that's where I changed it. I tried the Eevee launcher. I didn't like how you couldn't customize the Google search bar. Actually, that top bar is not a Google search bar. That top bar is actually the launcher's search bar. So, yeah, it's not very customizable. To take it off and put like it looked weird to have a Google search bar underneath the the launcher's search bar. So it was so weird.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Shut up, Google. She does that. The Google Home, sometimes you won't even say anything to trigger her, but she'll get triggered to listen, and then if she doesn't understand you, she'll just go back and say that. Samsung needs to stop playing and release UFS cards already. High-tech smoking. Yeah, I guess so. Well, hopefully he'll get the Hangouts. I wonder if he might be on Periscope too. If he is, I'll tell him on there. It's like I know RJ streams a lot on Periscope, so if he's doing a live broadcast, then I'll just tell him. Google Home, yeah, I have it. Forgot to log into Twitter on this phone. Will there ever be a perfect phone? No. Never. No such thing as a perfect phone because technology moves and advances every day. And when they find something new, they implement it in a new device. And that device becomes better than the previous device that everyone thought was perfect. I'm not seeing him that he's live on here, so... Yeah, he's not live right now, so hopefully he'll come in. He's on scope now? Yeah. One thing I don't like about CameraFi app is it kills your battery pretty quick and eats your data. Yeah. It does. I mean, well, no, I don't worry too much about it because I'm on Boost Mobile with the unlimited data, so it's not going to kill anything. It'll probably help me get to that threshold limit where they begin to throttle you if the network is congested. It'll probably help me get there faster. My son is slightly waking up right now, so if he cries, my apologies. Let's see. Are you related to Pablo Escobar? I don't know. Maybe I should do like a family tree search thing and find out. That'd be kind of crazy, right? One thing my dad told me is that anyone with the last name Escobar, they all originate from Spain. So it's a possibility, just not like a direct relation. RJ may be in church now. I think he goes on Friday night. Oh yeah, that's right. Dude, wait, gotta. Oh, he. Wish I could, but I'm not at home. If you could, wait, what? Hold on, real quick. Let me go in there and read his message. Oh man, I wish I could, but I'm not at home. If you could, if you could from my cell phone, I would. Oh, okay. Yeah, he can't right now. I have the LG Stylus 2. They should have updated the app just a few days ago, so it will work with 7.0. Okay. Six point 0.1 works no problem. Yeah, so how are you guys doing tonight? I don't know how you guys are. I gotta work on some more videos too, and hopefully the next upload that I do that format with the video within video play, hopefully it won't glitch out or nothing like that. I don't know what happened there, but today's video was like kind of cool. I was actually surprised, and I want to thank all of you guys, by the way. Are Colombian like me? No, my ethnicity is Puerto Rican Thai. My mom's from Thailand, and my dad's from Puerto Rico. But I want to thank all of you guys for viewing the vlog. Like, I've made vlogs before that maybe got like 20 views or 50 views, but you guys pretty much like killed the vlog from the other day. I mean, it was like, I think it was like last I checked, it was like a 200 something views, and I was like, wow, I didn't think anyone would find it that interesting. Hey, Nguyen Dang, what's up, man? But like, I really appreciate you guys checking out the vlog and everything like that, and you guys found it entertaining. So I'm gonna do more like that when I go check out some places that have some tech. And then I'll like record some video clips, stitch them together, and put it up there for you guys to check it out. I'm happy I'm not with Marshmallow. I'm loving my apps to SD now. I'm half Italian, Colombian, by the way, for those that didn't know. Mafia man. You know, my dad's also from Puerto Rico. Really? What part? Because my dad's from San Lorenzo. I have an ex who was Rican. You know, I've never dated anyone that was Puerto Rican. RJ, you're here. I'm so happy you're here, bro. Not much, man. I'm just having a conversation. Earlier, I was talking about the comment that you got on your video referring to me, you, and Dragonic Warfare, and people just, you know, talking so fast. But I challenge trolls to do what we do. Do what we do and see where it takes them. Yeah, it's hard to buy phones when you don't have the money. Yeah. When you don't have the money, you can't do it. That's why my channel is a mix of a lot of things than just, you know, phone reviews and unboxings and stuff like that. You know, even if it might be interesting or might not be interesting to people, I still do stuff about whatever's going on in mobile tech, like an app that, you know, is coming out, updates coming out for certain phones, to, you know, legal disputes between Samsung and iOS and all that good stuff, man. Really nice mix there. Must explain your swagger. I don't think I have any swag at all. I'm just me. He was born in Ceiba, Puerto Rico, or Ceiba, however you pronounce it. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I've been to Puerto Rico 5 times and love it. I'll call PR Paradise Island. Love Old San Juan. Yeah, man. It's hopefully I can go back and visit. My uncle lives there still. Yeah, I wasn't in the mood today to deal with. You don't really have to deal with them, man. You really don't. You know my take on it. It's just, you know, that whole little line. I thought it was just so funny where they like, you, me, and Dragonic Warfare copy each other, and I'm thinking to myself, well, that's bound to happen when you got 3 people reviewing Boost mobile phones, and eventually, you know, what do you expect? It's not actually a copy. Now, if I spoke in CV Tech's accent and used his lingo, then yeah, that would be biting. No, there's not a fix yet. I keep looking, like, every day I keep searching if there's, like, some sort of fix. What Best Buy do you recommend as best to shoplift from? Are you kidding me? What Best Buy do I recommend as the best for you to shoplift from? None of them. And, you know, that's another thing, too, because since you brought that up, it was kind of messed up today. I seen this lady, this dude was, like, walking right behind her out of the supermarket, and when she wasn't paying attention, he snatched her phone out of her hand. She had an iPhone. I'm thinking to myself, like, people today, they're going to steal your phone. Phones are coming out with, you know, biometric readers. What are you going to do with a phone that you can't unlock? You can't use? You can't do anything with? Like, what are you going to do with it? Nothing. Why does it take so long for phones to update to 7.0? Why not just give to all current phones? laziness, I guess, and well, not really laziness. It's just from a business point of view, they gotta make it in a sense of where it's like, is it more profitable to update their already currently circulating handsets, or is it profitable to just be like, let's just build another device and have them buy a whole new phone? And it's more money for them to have you go purchase another device instead of updating your device. Hey, bro, do you play any emulator games on your Android phones? I used to. I used to run the GBC emulator, and while you guys may laugh at me, I was playing the hacked yellow edition of Pokemon, Pokemon. Just to like have a little bit of nostalgic play. When you sent me that message, I thought you were techies collabing and like no. I was just wanting you to come in and just hang out, just kind of talk, get your take on all that stuff, and just to see if you're okay, bro. Really. But because like honestly, when people write hateful comments, I'm not gonna BS anybody. It does get under our skin. It kind of does. It gets a little bit annoying when it's constantly always happening from the same person. You just want to go and say something back, but at the same time too, it's funny. I mean, in my book, it's funny, but I'm not gonna lie and say that it doesn't bother me sometimes. It just depends on my mood. If I'm in a cheerful mood, it's not gonna bug me. But if like I had like a bad day, that's something I really don't want to read because it's just gonna annoy me. Android phones are compatible on the hardware. Yeah, not to mention they all now have GPS tracking. iPhones have the whole Find My iPhone thing. Yeah, exactly. Like there's people today that just lazy. They don't want to go get a job. They don't want to earn anything. They just want to take it from somebody else, and which is why like I'm glad that like security on Android is getting better than what it used to be. Like the whole thing of like people Google searching how to reset an Android phone. Now that you do that, you still have to log in to the last known Gmail address. Do you plan on purchasing an HTC Bolt? Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's cool. I was going to start deleting or blocking. Yeah. I would recommend wiping it after. What is your biggest phone size device you have? Not screen size, but the biggest device that I have as far as like body size would still be the original Boost Max or the ZTE Max. That's like an old phone. I still have that phone. I'm gonna go pull it out. Move my squeaky chair. Yeah, this thing right here, I still have it in my possession. This is like the biggest device that I've had. Screen size, no, because I believe this one's a 5.7, and it's like that big, and my G Stylo is like 5.7 and a smaller body size. So yeah, that's the biggest one. By the way, I'm also officially announcing that the giveaway contest for the Warp 7 today is closed. So now I got to get everyone's name pretty much put in, and on February 1st, I'll be announcing the winner of the Warp 7. I also use Battery Doctor for saving power. It def does the job on Android 7.0 with a 5.7 inch screen. CV tag when you make it up here to VA, bro. RJ, gonna scope tonight? That's a good question. By the way, if you guys, besides YouTube, if you guys have Periscope, you guys should follow CV Tech because he does do the scopes, and we do get into like 2-hour conversations at times. Will my LG Style 2 update in 7.0 in India? I don't know. I need to soon, John. Okay. We so close to each other. I'm close at the LG V20 user guy. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, it's funny. He changed his name to like LG V20 user HD. I always liked his one, Storm 804 VA. I always liked that. That had a good ring to it. I don't know why he changed his name. Why can't we get credit for all our old prepaid phones? They do have a buyback program. It's just what they give you, the amount that they give you for the buyback is not anything you would actually feel like letting go of your phone for. Did you hear that? The Honor has an Honor 9 and 8 with a screen size of 6.6. Do you think that's too big? 6.6. It just depends on the body build, really, because you can have a 6.6-inch display with very tiny bezels will actually be smaller. He says the Magic 4 Storm 804 VA, yeah. I mean the Honor Note 8. Okay, the Honor Note 8. But yeah, I don't know, because there's a phone that's completely 7 inches, the size of a small size tablet. So I know I used to do magic shows like kids parties. So okay, if you hop on tonight, RJ, I'll pop in. Missed your last few. Okay. Gamer X311. What's up, dude? What's up to you? I did my little geek peace sign. I'm from an old generation that's fading away already. Kids today, like, they trip out. The buyback program is worse than GameStop prices? Yeah. I can blow your minds with just a regular pack of cards. You should do a live broadcast, John, and do magic tricks. That would be so dope. Like, just freaking go for it all. Like David Blaine or, what's his name? Chris Angel. Rico was the name of my ex, LOL. Are you Rican too, John? John said he was Italian and Colombian. By the way, Tilo, is there any differences between 4G LTE and enhanced 4G LTE? Not by much. Because I'm in, I think the last I checked, I'm in an area that has an enhanced LTE, and it is a bit faster than basic LTE from Sprint. But it's not like, a wide marginal gap. Like on LTE here in my city, just basic LTE from Sprint, I was pulling maybe about 9, maybe 11 megabits download. With enhanced, I'm getting about close to 20 on my best. Is a big difference for you, RJ? Because it's not a big difference for me. It is a difference. You can tell the difference, but it's not like a marginally big difference, like, say, 10 megabits download versus 100 megabits. Nothing like that. Hey, do you think... Oh, my gosh. They're coming in fast. Hey, do you think 5G will be coming out for internet usage? They're talking about it. We're starting to hear it pop up more and more. Nice. Italian's nice. Knowing what's wrong with the LG Style 2 Nougat update, I hope Cricket doesn't add it to... Yeah, but I mean, there's going to be differences because, the Style 2 on Cricket is GSM. It's not CDMA. So this is just an issue. It's not really just a CDMA thing because Virgin customers with the Style 2 are not really affected by it. Just those with Boost. So it just has to be something that's just either going on. I mean, like I did a video when I was trying to install the update, and the first video I did about it, I showed how it crashed on me like 3 or 4 times before it finally updated. So I already knew there was going to be some sort of issues with it if that happens. In regular LTE area, I get between 8 and 12. Enhanced, I get about 40 to 60. I get about like 20, maybe like at best 25 around my city. Okay, peace. Good night. Good night, Magic. Because I have 0 4G LTE in my area for Virgin, and now suddenly my area is covered in enhanced LTE. Weird. Yeah, well, they're always upgrading towers. This year for Boost and Virgin is the year that they're gonna have Sprint's attention. Like Sprint is gonna focus on them and basically make them better. Enhanced LTE. You also need a device capable of 3 carrier aggregation. There you go. Most Boost mobile phones at most only support 2 carrier aggregation. Gonna try this 5-camera thing. Working really good. What's annoying about this app? So far, nothing. And like on the bottom, where once you hit the record button, well, not record button, you hit the button to start your broadcast. Underneath it, it's got this message icon. You click that, and like all the comments come out, so I can just read them right here. You can mess around with things, I believe. Hold on, let me try something. Since we're on here. Oh, you cannot edit while broadcasting. Okay, well that's new. There's themes, but you have to apply them before you start broadcasting. To get the best enhanced speeds, that is. This app works better than any app stream on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this app, I guess I can say, is like if you want to stream to Facebook, you need like a secondary camera that can plug in to your micro USB port. So maybe like a GoPro or something. That's it. But I mean, it can stream to Facebook. It can stream to Ustream, which I don't know. How many of you guys remember Ustream? Because that was like, whew, that was so old. I used to use Ustream back in the day, or what's the other one? Blog TV. Let's see. What is up with Boost Mobile taking away the $60 plan? Bad decision. You know, truth be told, right? I dig your username, by the way. Truth be told, it's a bad decision. Just wanted to know, do you think Boost and Virgin Mobile will ever convert to GSM instead of CDMA? Well, that depends on Sprint. Because I know Verizon is converting. Come 2019, they're shutting down their CDMA side. Sprint could either do the dumbest thing, which is try to gobble up all that spectrum for themselves to basically make them the standalone CDMA company, which in a way kind of makes sense if they pull it off right. Or they can just follow the leader and go GSM as well. I switched from the 50 plan and 8 gigabytes hotspot, but I don't like it, so I tried going back to the 60 plan, and they told me I couldn't anymore. Yeah, if you have the 60 plan, stay grandfathered on it, because they gave you unlimited hotspot, which they didn't throttle you. Well, they didn't stop you after a certain amount. Don't ever switch, Chad. My advice to people out there is like, if you have the $60 unlimited plan, keep it. Okay? Just keep it. Now, if you want to do a family plan, let's say with your family, then start a second account and do a family plan on that, but leave your 60 plan good and golden. Does it monetize automatically? No, you have to go into YouTube and, you know, set monetization on it. One thing I do know about streams from CameraFi is that, at least for me, I can't, you know, like if I wanted to delete one, I can't do it. Like if you go into your creator account and you go to your manage videos, if you try to check it, there's no option to delete any of these live streams. So that's something that's kind of crazy. Now Boost Mobile giving me 10 gigabytes high speed data, and I pay only $30 a month with auto pay. Yeah, but they can't do that. That's Verizon Spectrum. No, Verizon is just going to run LTE over it. You can't swap for it. Ah, that sucks. That would be cool if you could. But I don't know if they would convert over, because I mean the last time when LTE was starting to come out, and it's not in its infancy, but in its, I guess you can say, adolescence, Sprint went with WiMAX, so they always tend to go left field, and sometimes they think that they're witty and that they're too smart for their own good. Sometimes, you know, it's like, so I'm thinking they'll probably stay CDMA to be the last man standing on that. Verizon's way too expensive, and their prepaid phones are super light. They're the best. I used to work for Verizon. Unlimited LTE on Boost is the tooth. Yeah. YouTube Red is the shiz. Can still listen to it, you know, and download stuff. That's awesome, John. Yeah, it is. YouTube Red. I'm glad that YouTube Red bonds with Google Play Music services, because you know, it would suck to have to pay for two different services. It's like YouTube hopes you mess up so they can leave the video up for their live streams. Oh, YouTube really doesn't really. I don't know if YouTube governs that part of it or not. I just know that, like, with any other source that I stream from, you can delete the stream from your YouTube account, but from CameraFi, for some reason, it doesn't delete. Hell yeah, I have YouTube Red too. John, can you convert videos to MP3 on Red? Through YouTube Music, you can switch it to where it's only playing the music and not a video. A lot of what Sprint will do depends on what happens with the T-Mobile. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right, Tim. I didn't even think about that. I forgot, because you did tell me about that. It was like, what, 45 billion is what the offer is. 45 billion, and then 15 in I don't remember if it was shares. F just stepped on the 8-bit Mario amiibo. My foot is throbbing. Oh man, dude, yeah. Especially this late at night too. So like your body's like already tired. Verizon 55 for 5 gigs. Virgin 35 for 5 gigs. Granted, Virgin has much weaker coverage, but still a far better deal. Yeah. Verizon's always been greedy. I think that's just like my bone to pick with them. Like I said, I shared this story before. I'll share it again. But the ultimate reason that I stopped working for Verizon is I was handling a veteran's account, and he's always paid his bill on time. He was in good standings with Verizon, and he's on a fixed income, and he just wanted a little bit more time because his check was late, and Verizon denied him. Like they wouldn't allow me to put notations on his account and basically keep his phone on, and that's the only source he had to talk to people. So it was like, I just felt disgusted, with the whole thing. So I did get in trouble for leaving his account on. But yeah, Verizon just heartless. I know one thing: YouTube and AdSense is screwing with their creators. With the whole AdSense thing, man, it really boils down to like what ads they're running from companies. Because if there's not a lot of ads to be circulated, you're not going to get a lot of ads being placed on your videos. They're supposed to offer 45 billion in cash with 18 billion in stock. There you go. Verizon may be merging with Charter also. It's coming back up. CV Tech. Coming back up to like $2 CPM, 85 cents per thousand. Yeah. Hikes are healthy. Yeah, they are. But yeah, I mean, AdSense, the ads that they get from companies that they partner up with to run ads on our videos. It just depends. Like during the holiday season, they're gonna run more because it's the holiday season. So, Virgin is on Sprint's network, but Virgin is not Sprint. Virgin is its own thing. Just run the Sprint's towers. That's all. Nope. Actually, Virgin is owned by Sprint. Sprint bought them out. That's why the CEO of Sprint is trying to change Virgin Mobile around. Like the whole deal with the LG X Power, if you buy it for $175, you get 5 months free on the $35 plan. Yeah, that's all Sprint. They used to piggyback on Sprint towers before they were bought out, but they actually are purchased by Sprint, and they're owned by them now. Yeah, that AdSense stuff is crazy. I don't really pay attention to it because it is what it is. My thing is that people are happy with the videos that I make. If it entertains them in some form of way, then that's awesome. I was making $6 through January per day. I'm back to 12 to 18. Nice. Just like Tito, you're also the shiz. I appreciate that, Reaper, man. You're pretty cool. Virgin and Boost are owned by Sprint. Yeah. And like right now, I guess the CEO of Sprint wants to turn Virgin Mobile into like a disruptive brand to like basically disrupt the whole way that the prepaid market is. So they're doing all these really weird ideas like the X Power deal, which is not bad, but it's not the greatest deal ever. And then Boost, they're supposed to, I guess, make it better so it can better compete against Cricket and Metro, which in my opinion, two things they can do for us if they want to consider themselves to be a united good front. One, get rid of that stupid Boost Mobile ID downloading app stuff. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you're gonna put bloatware, it's bad enough that we're gonna have bloatware on our Boost Mobile phones. The fact that it has to download after you activate a device is just even more annoying. If the Boost Mobile YouTube channel doesn't advertise their phones, they put random stuff. Yeah, they're almost as if like they're trying to be like Amp Mobile with that. Buying Little John the Nintendo Switch with this month's AdSense check. Nice. Can you make a living doing YouTube vlogs? Yeah, you stay dedicated to it and you work your butt off, and you get those viral videos, and you get those, people to subscribe that constantly watch, and your subscriber to view ratio is at a high point. Yeah, you can make it. I think on a Periscope, Max Lee from High on Android was talking about it, and he was making a couple thousand. I don't remember exactly how much he said he was making off YouTube and his website, but it was a high marginal monthly rate, like in the double digit thousands. Yes, I love Virgin, but unlike Verizon and AT&T, you get unlimited data with Virgin. Once you're done with 5 gigabytes of data, you still can search the web and stuff. Yeah, they just throttle you down to 128 kilobits per second. I'm still looking for the Nintendo Classic Mini. Yeah, good luck with that, RJ. That's going to be a tough find because people price gouge the crap out of that. I'm going to buy the Nintendo Switch. I'm just not going to buy it till October. That way, there's more games in the library out for the console, and also that Mario game. Whoo! I'm hoping that they'll have a bundle set with that game included, which I think definitely they will, but I could be wrong. Well, I make just about under 500 a month, besides January, which was terrible making living. That would be tough. It depends, but we're the underdogs, John. We're like Keanu Reeves them from The Replacements, man. You have like corporate structured bloggers like Phone Dog and them just pretty much raking it in, and we're just fighting for what's left on the table. Well, truth be told, at one point I remember I made a video where the differences between Virgin and Boost Mobile, and I'll tell you right now, the way it is now, no, there's not a difference in the network. Not a difference at all. I hate the Virgin ID thing. Effing hate how that downloads. I'm like, yeah, Boost has the same thing, and that's something I think Boost needs to get rid of. Stop force feeding us your applications. I mean, if I want Boost TV, I'll get it. If I want Boost 411, I'll get it. If I want Air G, which is ridiculous, I'll get it. But no, I don't like it forced. So get rid of the bloatware. Clean up, what your users are getting on their devices. And then also allow pretty much like just about every Sprint device unlocked to Boost Mobile, basically. Because they support the same bands, they use the same networks. I mean, sure, some may not support all the bands, but majority of the bands, and if they do, they should run. I mean, like the fact that they keep everything at a standstill, like you can't put an Nexus 6 from Sprint on there, you can't put an Nexus 5X or an Nexus 5. It's totally ridiculous to me. Sprint owned, missed that one. Scroll down. Sprint owned by SoftBank. SoftBank is massive. Sprint isn't going anywhere. Yeah, no, Sprint ain't going anywhere. You can charge your micro USB phone on your Nintendo Switch dock. That's cool. Virgin and Boost are different carriers. Both on Sprint's networks, just different phones and different data on their plans. But Virgin offers 35 for 5 gigs and Boost offers 35 for 2 gigs. Yeah, and the reason why they do that is because on Virgin, I believe, they don't give you a fully unlimited. Like, if you wanted, like, unlimited where there's, like, actually... I mean, there still is a limit because 24 gigabytes and you're put on a list where if it's congested, they will throttle you, but there's not a set limit. Like, there's not like you're only allowed 10 gigs or 5 gigs, So that is a difference. But Virgin is supposed to be turning into something pretty amazing according to Sprint, and I'm interested in seeing what that is. I hate Boost ID as well. If I want it, I'll download it. Yeah, just let us download what we want on our phones. I'm mostly considering going to Metro because they're the only ones that have a $60 plans and it comes with unlimited hotspot. But comparing it to Boost Mobile has much faster loading speeds. Yeah, so it's really just like, which is actually going to really fit you. I mean, if you move to Metro, even if you don't have like the fastest, if you need like completely unlimited hotspot where you connect your devices and stuff like that, and you're just going to have to take that sacrifice on a slower speed. If that's how it is in your area. But remember, these companies, their main mother companies are constantly updating their network, so eventually those slower speeds will get faster. Virgin's 45, and you get 10 gigs of data. That's an awesome deal. Yeah, it is. It is, because sometimes people don't really care for unlimited data because they never really hit those thresholds. They never hit those marks, so they don't really worry about it. So shady about what devices are allowed because different reps say different things. So when you buy a Sprint device, it's like rolling the dice. You know what? I'm actually gonna let you guys in on a secret. Eventually, sometime in the next couple of months, I'm going to buy a Nexus 6. And I'm gonna try to deceive them to get that device active on Boost Mobile. I know it probably won't happen, but I'm still gonna try. You know, if I have to BS them and say it's this phone, even though I know they can do like a freaking, you know, an MEID search and know that it's a Nexus 6, yeah, I'm still just going to try. And if it works, then I'll tell you guys if it works, if I actually get a rep that is silly enough to just activate it. Because believe it or not, guys, I worked at a call center. And when they tell you that no, you can't activate this, you know, the Sprint phone on Boost Mobile, it's not because that it won't actually activate. It's just that they cannot do it. They're not allowed to manually override and put the MEID in and activate the phone on the line. Well, let's make our own version of Phone Dog. that would be cool. That would be cool to do, John. It's gonna take time though. It really is. Plus, it would help out if we were all in the same area because then, you know. Nice. Don't waste a lot of money on it. Cool live stream. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing? But yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference how much bloatware you get. We should put up a GoFundMe and join forces. Yeah, or, you know, even start a Kickstarter. I just wanted to know, when flashing a phone over to Boost through another CDMA carrier, will all the services work like normal? It just depends if that phone, even if you're flashing it like to Boost, if it supports the same bands that Sprint has, then it should work. Version only has a few bloatware apps to install. I think this is a pretty good idea, John. I think it is. What was the original topic? Don't take mobile phones so seriously. People basically that watch YouTubers' videos, and if they say something negative about a device that they own, they get all mad and want to start trolling and typing out weird, misspelled comments. That's another thing too. When they try to get so intellectual about it, they try to like make themselves sound super smart, and then they're misspelling words. That's so funny to me. I've been wanting the Warp 7. Is there much of a difference from the Warp Elite? There's not much of a difference from the Warp Elite. There's not. As a matter of fact, what the Warp Elite has over the Warp 7 is it has better cameras and low light shots. They pretty much run the same, honestly, as far as like speed performance. And with the Warp 7, you get a removable battery. The Warp Elite, obviously, doesn't have a removable battery, so if that's like a negative to you, then the Warp 7 would be something that's a positive. But there's really not much of a difference. And the Warp 7 runs 6.0.1, and the Warp Elite runs 5.1. But you do get adoptable storage with the Warp 7 also. That's completely unlocked. You don't have to do any weird tricks to get it unlocked. You inspired me. I might make a live stream. Well, that's good, Kenneth. That's awesome. I almost went to Boost Mobile and heard too many issues with the Warp 7. We found a better deal with version with the 35 plan. Yeah, there are some issues with the Warp 7 people are experiencing. RJ experienced some with his first Warp 7, he said. I think. Does the Action 7 Mini have Gorilla Glass? I believe so. I believe everything with the Action 7 Mini is similar to the Action 7 other than the fact that it's smaller. Say my name. My name? Big John. Warp 7, $49.99 at Best Buy right now. Yeah. What's the most data you use on your phone? The most data I've used on my phone, 7 gigs. As I have home Wi-Fi. And just about everywhere I go in my city has Wi-Fi. Even the city rail, the train, has Wi-Fi on it. Warp 7 camera is awesome. It is awesome when you have good lighting, but not when you have very little lighting. I did a live stream to Periscope on the Warp 7 outside, and you couldn't see me at all. So I switched and used my Warp Elite, and you can see my face and everything. So that's the only downside, is that it doesn't do good in low lights. The LG Style 2 at Best Buy goes for $179. It was on sale for $129. And an employee at Best Buy do a price match with Amazon. Yeah. By the way, people, if you guys ever go to Best Buy, they do price match. They do, because that's how I got my Warp 7 in December. I got it for $47. It was because Walmart was selling it for that price, and so I price matched it, and they sold it to me at that. 23 gigs. That's quite a bit. $9 monthly for CameraFi. Really? I don't pay anything for it. Watching YouTube. That's not cheap. Why is it... Where are you getting it's $9 for CameraFi? Because I just installed the app and use it. It hasn't asked me to pay for anything. Is my LG Vault 2 still good? I like the LG Vault 2. I use the Vault 2 on my other plan on Ring Plus. You know, it doesn't have the storage to hold today's applications, because applications are just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. But, you know, it still runs like a champ. So, I think I woke my son up here. Always price match at Best Buy. That's right. It's the way to go. If you can get it cheaper, why not, right? Now, I wish they would price match on drones. Got the update on my Z Max Pro today. Now, tomorrow morning, making a rant video about it. The update sucks. Now, certain things don't work. Oh, gosh. I'm going to watch that video, John. Big John. That way I don't confuse Magic Tech from Big John Tech Reviews. So, Big John. I'm going to watch that video tomorrow. But I wish to God that LG companies and Samsung would put out at least 32 gigs of memory. I believe the Style 3 is going to have 32 gigs of memory, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I downloaded CameraFi for free also. Yeah. Oh, to take away the watermark and go full settings. Oh, okay. I don't mind CameraFi Live. That way people don't have to ask me, you know, what am I using to stream if they see that down there. That's what I like about my HTC One A9. Yeah, the One A9. I'm still going to get that phone, RJ. I'm just not going to review it. Yeah, my Z Max Pro updated also. It sucks. Wow. 16 gig ROM is enough for me. Yeah, it is, you know. For me, I guess the reason that like I don't push for 32 gigs or see a reason for it technically is because like I utilize Google Drive cloud storage. Plus, like, I mean, if I was to play games on my smartphone, then yeah, I probably would. But like all my games, I'll show you guys. Sorry about my squeaky chair. But like all my games is done on this. Okay, this cheap tablet I got from Best Buy for $50. The Digiland 10.1 inch tablet. I play all my games on this. You know, so when I want to play a game, I bust this out. If I need internet access, then I turn on my hotspot if I'm at a park. If I'm at home, I got home Wi-Fi, so then, you know, I use, you know, my home Wi-Fi. Sorry, Tito, I'm not trying to spam. You're not spamming. Big John, I'm not that kind of person that's going to get upset if people, like, promote their stuff. Shoot, I'll say it. Everyone, subscribe to Big John Tech Reviews. So if you like your phone, then it's still good. You don't need people to tell you that. Exactly. As long as they get rid of 8 gig phones. 8 gig phones serve their purpose. Don't get rid of them. As a matter of fact, just to let you guys in, I mean, I have home security in my house. Okay. But for like security camera, I use a lot of my very old Android devices as home security, and I put them all around in every room of my house, and I can watch what's going on in my house from my smartphone when I'm away from home. So there is things you can do with your old smartphone to bring life back into them. If you can make your own computer, you should be able to make your phone. Who's with me? Hey, why not, right? If you got an idea for a phone, Kickstarter. Get some people to invest and back you, and then do what you do. But just don't be like Pebble, because I'm still mad at Pebble. They got all that money from their Kickstarter campaigns, even enough to do more. They pop out, a couple of smartwatches, and then they're doing another Kickstarter for. Well, they did another Kickstarter for the Pebble 2, which didn't make sense. They should have been well established. It's the Nintendo Switch, guys. Get them. I remember when I bought the Samsung Galaxy Soul for cricket, prepaid at Best Buy last year, no reviews. Did a review on it. Now that video review I did has over 15,000 views. Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. If you want a good phone, Action 7 rocks. Ben Action. I'm going to call you that. I'm going to call you that from now on. Would just be nice if they would up the storage on 8 gig phones. I use my phones for that as well. Yeah, you can always, you can either use it and bring life back into it, like doing like home security, or if you really don't have anything to do with it, you can always donate it to the NNE DV or VD, National Network to End Domestic Violence. Yeah, DV, the NNE DV. I'm a big supporter of them, so every year I try to make one video just asking people to donate their old phones that they don't use. What about that Linux phone? They never took off, right? I don't know. You never know how these things go. Sometimes things look bleak in the very beginning of its existence, and all of a sudden it takes off. You know what needs to take off, and you guys will probably laugh at me? Freaking Windows. They need some dang app developers to support them, man, because that's the only thing that's really bad about Windows Phone is that they don't have legit apps. Everything is third party and not trusted. Yours has 32 gigs. Thanks, Bling Master. Thumbs up. One thing I hate about some Samsung Galaxy phones is that some of them were made with cheap, weak-ass Wi-Fi antennas, meaning they're so weak. Wi-Fi gets disconnected at times and then reconnects. Yeah, I've seen that. I'll make a video about that where people feel they need others to tell them their phone is good. Hey, there you go, John. That'd be a good topic, and I'll watch that video. And then I'm going to ask you if you think my X-Power is good. Thanks for your content, CV Tech. Also, you can use those old smartphones as office GPS without buying a real GPS unit. That's true. Hey, New Yen Dang, nice, man. I didn't even think about anything like that. I'm sure a lot of people have thought about it. It never crossed my mind to do that. I try to be as helpful as possible. Yeah, and that's all we're really here to do, is just be as helpful as possible. And people gotta go and try and ruin our day. Shit, if I had a way to make all the trolls go to my channel and just make fun of me, I would. That'd be so funny. You guys would probably get a kick out of seeing these comments. And all phones can dial 911 in emergencies. Yes, that's true. You know who does not get support is BlackBerry. Cause yeah, BlackBerry is like hardware built with Android now. So sad. CV Tech and Tito do a collab. I think we have on We Are Techies. I haven't been on that channel in a while and really haven't found the time to actually do a live broadcast with everyone on there, but we have. Just look for We Are Techies and you'll find like several streams that we all did. John from Magic Tech Reviews, Brandon from Everyday Tech, Tech Right, Paul Tech. We all did a collabs on there. The reason I chose the phones I do. Thank you guys. Very welcome. I'm glad we could be of some service to help you in deciding for your smartphones. Only has 18 watching. It's not about the views, man. Like it's like 10:17 p.m. my time here, and like across over there, it's probably like about midnight, close, around there. People are sleeping. Yeah. The views ain't so super serious, I just like coming on here streaming live just to talk with you guys because all you guys are awesome. Your X-Power is bad. Jeez, you need $700 flagship. What's wrong with you? Do a collab with me and CV Tech. Why not? It's going good, Big John. How are you? Also, don't forget, all smartphones can utilize internet phone calling. Yeah, that's true. As long as you have Wi-Fi using apps such as Google Voice. Hangouts. How was the Google Pixel? What's so great about it? I mean, the cameras is good. I'll give you. I'll tell you guys that much. The cameras is freaking nice, really nice. I don't really have anything negative to say about the build quality. Just some people are choosy about how their phone is built. That didn't affect me or nothing like that. But it's fast. Like just coming in and out of apps and just doing all these things. It's just blazing fast for now. Because something else will come out that will be faster than that. But for right now, it's fast. What do you recommend? iPhone 6 or HTC One A9? Is that for CV Tech? Because he has an iPhone and he has the One A9. I don't have anything really, to tell people not to stay away from an iPhone. I really don't do that. So really, it's just up to you of which platform meets your needs. iOS, which is known to a lot of people that it's more easier to use, or Android, which has tons of customizations. It's just really what you want out of a smartphone. Boost Mobile needs to stop posting crap and hire you guys to do videos. That would be cool. Well, they don't really have to hire us. They can just flow us some devices. We're all from the East Coast and deals far away. Sorry, brother. Yeah, I wish they would, Chad. I've actually tried. Yeah, I've tried a few times. I've emailed their PR about if they're ever wanting any services from me that I would be willing to. Right now, like lately, I've been getting emails from people to review their app. And they're like talking about compensation for reviewing their apps, but I just feel so weird because if they pay me to review their app, then it's a sponsored video, and it just doesn't really fit what I do. So I haven't made any of their app reviews or anything like that. How do I get 6.0 on the Vault 2? There's no update for the Vault 2 going to 6.0. And with developers today not really developing for mid-range devices, there's no custom ROMs or root or anything like that anymore. The HTC One A9 is awesome and almost perfect phone, but the battery is terrible. Yeah. What price range do you recommend when one has limited money, but want a good quality smart device lasts a long time? What price range? It's first they gotta tell me their price range, because it really goes on what they can afford, because there's always devices in those categories, and then from there, when they say like what they can afford, then I can suggest several devices that I feel may fit them as far as their budget and what they want out of it, and try to bring them as close to the experience as they're really trying to look for out of their Android device. But it's really what you can afford. But at the end of the day, I hope that people look at my videos in this sense of like being shown what like my point of view about the device, but don't necessarily buy a phone based on my point of view alone. Like my videos is just there to help you make a decision for yourself. At the end of the day, to everyone that either messages me on Twitter or hits me up on Hangouts, the thing goes down to this, and that's the best device is the one that you find intrigues you, that is going to something that you're gonna buy and not feel like you're took, like you're gonna be totally happy with for a long time. Why is my profile pic of me? Also curious. I just put that up there just for the heck of it. Yeah. Beginning does that reviews things too. I feel weird as well getting paid to promote something I'm not gonna. Yeah. Lower budget phones are becoming better these days, so pick your own price range. Yeah. Stay away from the LG Phoenix 2. The battery on that phone sucks. It does. Wow, that's insane. But yeah, all I do here on YouTube is just give you guys my thoughts and opinions, and I ask people to not really just base it only on what I think, because I'm not 100% correct all the time. you know, and we're all different. We all use our smartphones differently. Even if you can get 5 people in this room that use their phones similarly the same way, technically, there's always going to be something that's minorly different from each other that sets, you know, the tone of what device they're going to use. Thanks for all the info. No problem. No problem at all. That's why I like being on here, is sharing info and collecting info. Because don't get me wrong, I share info, but I think, you know, my funnest moments is when, like, say, like, Tim tells me something new about something that I didn't know about, you know, like, I learn something new every day. You know, it's give and take here on YouTube for me. So I get to pass along info, and I get to learn new things, too, as well. After the stream, can I ask a few questions on Hangouts? Yeah? Just hit me up on Hangouts. I'll still be awake for like another 4 or 5 hours. My son is slowly waking up right now. He's just grouchy today. He was the one you guys were hearing in the vlog video at Best Buy. He was the one crying a lot. And he was just so mad because he kept trying to reach for every phone on display. And I didn't want him breaking it, so he got put in his stroller. So he was just screaming bloody murder in Best Buy. I don't want people to do their own research. They'll watch one review from me, buy the phone, and then when it has... Yeah, they don't want them coming yelling at you. Everything, chat now. Tito's the man. Tito's the man. Reaper, you're funny. We're all just trying to get content out there, so every different phones are reviewed. Yeah, which kind of goes back to that, you know, that the whole person's comment on RJ's video, as like the whole copying thing. That is such a BS statement, because it's best, you know, like for me personally, like if I review a phone and RJ reviews that same phone, like even the same day, the day after, or the day before, it don't matter. Point is that you guys benefit from it because you get our point of view. You get a point of view from 3 different people that are going to give 3 different views on it. You know? Since you watch WWE, you're going to watch the Royal Rumble? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And who do you think is going to win the Rumble? Monday Night Raw was just crazy. 3-man standoff in the ring. Taker, Goldberg, and Brock. But no one fought, man. This PG era is starting to bug the heck out of me. Royal Rumble's a must-watch. Do more of these vids. Like, live broadcasting? See, like, okay, in this sense, like, I'll live broadcast. You know, I don't try to do a lot of them. And it's because of my respect for John from Magic Tech Reviews. Because that's his thing. Like, he would do live broadcasts, like, every evening my time. You know? So, I don't like stealing from other people's thunders of their ideas. And it's not to say that I'll never do a stream. I'll do it, you know, like 1 a week or something like that. But I just don't want to take away from his thunder, you know. But as far as people reviewing the same phones, that ain't copying in my book. That's getting 3 different points of views. Because there's things that RJ says about phones that I've reviewed that I didn't even think to add in my reviews. So it's always great that he put it out there, so then you guys will get that info from him. Vice versa, you know? They're saying Randy Orton. Possibly. We have our own separate opinions. Exactly, RJ. I miss Edge on WWE. I do too. James Ellsworth. I like live streams. Can anybody smell what the... My email is tsc.collab@gmail.com. When I was on Skid Row, I had seven phones stolen. LOL too. LOL MTR. That's it. I'm copying Tito style from now on. Go ahead. It ain't copying if you have your own spin on it. Like I said, there's no way I could copy CV Tech, because there's no way I can pronounce those words in like, you know, Southern lingo that would even look right. What is your name? What is your Hangouts name? The same name on YouTube, Tito Escobar. I might eat a Cheeto live stream. How about some phones that you might find Tito? That's cool, Jay. That's cool. I like that. But anyhow, we're pushing like an hour and a half, guys. I do got to get going. So I really appreciate this, and you know, I'll do some more streams. I'm just not gonna do as much. Like I said, I don't like taking away from my friends on YouTube and what they do. Like I try to let them have their portion, because at the end of the day, there's no competition between all of us. There's, you know, we got a strong front here going on. All of us are friends. We all do our own thing on YouTube. Sometimes we'll get together on We Are Techies, you know, which we got to do sometime soon. We have to do one this year. And I don't know when we're going to do it, but I'm going to try to find time to unite everyone back for a live broadcast with everybody on it. Kind of got burnt out on live stream. They're coming back in like a day or so. Hey, it happens. Sometimes I feel like I get burnt out, and you guys would know if I'm getting burnt out doing videos, because you guys can tell if my enthusiasm is down, if I'm so monotone and blah 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 blah. That, yeah, you guys will know my candle's pretty much spent. Kenny Omega on Sunday. Peace out, Tito. All right, Big John. I'm gonna be looking for that video. No chin music going to eliminate everyone. A new name is gonna be Hola Android, not copying anybody. Hola Android. Hola Android. Aha. That'd be kind of funny though. A lot of people do, Tito. You do what you want. YouTube belongs to no single person. Exactly. It doesn't. You know, like I said, you know, I just felt bad. You know, I appreciate that people, you know, they chime in and they wanna, you know, they wanna help us out with the trolls and everything like that. But for me personally, I'll tell you guys, like, if people troll my videos and leave some really nasty comments, you guys don't have to say anything to them. Don't feed into their negativity. All about Android. Thanks, Tito, from Hangouts. Cool. Great live stream. Please hit the like button. Tito does great. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And everyone, subscribe to Big John Tech Reviews. Subscribe to Magic Tech Reviews. Everyone here that's got a YouTube channel, just type the number 1 right now. And then those people that are watching, please subscribe to them. So I'll try to live stream again soon. Scope. RJ Scope. That's really what it's all about. Android copies Apple, Apple copies Android. CV Tech try. Yeah, so, and speaking of which, to do a takeover on my channel, because I haven't done one in a while, John from Magic Tech Review, if you're still here, you're supposed to take over my channel, buddy. So, hit me up on Twitter, man. Santos has a channel. 1. Subscribe. Of course. Magic Tech Review, number 1. But John, you gotta take over my channel. I wanna do another one where someone takes over my channel and just talks about whatever they want on their video pertaining to tech. But alright. I said first, LOL. I said 1 LOL. Bling Master. Yeah, this is for everyone to see. So those people that type the number 1, everyone that is watching, subscribe to them. CV, do you use Hangouts? I know, I was being lazy. No rush. I'm just hoping you'll still do it. I don't use Hangouts very much. I know it's not like a great importance, but I will be dropping a review of Google Home. Because I forgot, I didn't even do that review. Like, I did the unboxing and I never did the review. So I gotta do that review sometime this week. What do you want a video of? LOL. I don't know, man. You call it. I just want you to take over my channel. I mean, you can review a device from Cricket. You can talk about Cricket service. You can, you know, talk anything tech related. It's like, you make the call, John, on what the topic is. I just want you to take over my channel for a day. Give me a day off. I usually try to take Wednesdays off, but then I kind of took on another project with my second channel. Just basically like vlogs and talking about vaping and stuff like that. So Wednesdays is pretty much uploads for that. And then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I try to upload on here. Saturday and Sunday, I try to take a break just to get some rest so I don't get burnt out. Yeah, I'm gonna end. I see you guys' comments, and I'm like, I don't want to leave it unanswered. I'm so happy my new one starts today. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna bail out right now, guys. So I will talk to you guys later in another one. And thank you guys so much. Mahalo for hanging out with me. How do you like the home? I got the Echo and I really like it. Don't know if home would be any different. I gotta go play with the Amazon Echo. I really got to really see the differences. I mean, right now Google Home, I really wouldn't say it is top notch because there's still some missing services that have not been implemented in yet. Just being like a media player, like music player, and asking it questions about certain things in life, and playing games on it, it's so far has been good. I like playing games, like when I have my friends come over and they come and have a drink. We tend to play the trivia game on it and have a lot of fun. So 8 gigabytes streaming Netflix and Hulu, 61 subs more until 7,000. Everyone, help Magic Tech get to 7,000. He's only 61 away. Like, tweet sub to hashtag MTR. And just like freaking keep like retweeting it. All right, Chad. See you later. Have a good night, Tito. Gotta start the job. All right, RJ. Thanks for coming in, and keep your head up, man, and don't let those people bug you. And you're not copying me or anyone else. So. All right, JB. Hi. Good night. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Take it easy. Nguyen Dang. Good night. Bye. Adios. And we're out.